Good morning, my friends. It's Saturday morning, April 6th, Coronation Day. My husband lost $5 because he was watching TV, CNN, and he said, no, there was no coronation. I said, yes, today was Coronation Day. So there was not enough information about in the news, so he was sure that it would be tomorrow. I said, no, today. I gained it $5 and he lost it, and not too much coverage. Like when there was Meghan's and Harry's wedding, that was so many new, it was all over for a few days. We were eating this all the time, not this time. So Rick and Sandy, we've hide what is the full moon bringing to the world. And I saw red square in Russia, symbol of, like the Kremlin is there, like the heart of Russia. And I see cracks in the ground, like huge cracks. So I think there will be some big cracks in the Russians' movements. And when I started thinking on the previous video, I said that the drone, those two drones actually that attack Kremlin, I said that I believe it was Pogrozny, what is his, Yevgeny Pogrozin, that is behind us, and I'm still feeling that he wants to have some, to show his power to the Kremlin and to the other generals. He has his private army and he wants to have more ammunition, more food, and more soldiers. And Putin doesn't like him anymore. They were best buddies, hunting buddies. But now Putin is afraid of him. So I think that will be going separate ways. And Pogrozhev was yesterday yapping to the Kremlin. Before it would be like he will be shorty. But now it doesn't look that he feels that he is in any danger. So he wants to show his power. And I think that cracks in the ground will be showing that there is a disconnections with Kremlin building up to the point that it might be hope for Russia, for Ukraine. Because when the top is fighting, the other guys can take a revenge on them. So hopefully, and I will pull 3 cards. And yesterday, actually, I came home from work and it was all over the news that Pogrozhin was the good job. He wants to be prized for the job that he is doing. He wants to share the money and he wants to have more security for himself. Well, he looks like he will have to get something, but the other generals don't like that. So there is disconnection, and those drums were inside job. Putin will not be able to say that his own people wants to attack him. That will be, and he will be using that attacks more on, more on revenge before May 9. They have that big ceremony on that red square. Rick and Sandy, are you charging your cards? Yes, I just said that on the video you can find how I'm charging. Every time there is a full moon, I'm always charging something. Not everything, it's too much, but some of them, yes. Venus Lynn, will the Trump came over for 3 days? Why did Trump came over for 3 days to visit the Scottish golf resort? And then he left. I think, as a psychic, that he thought that he would be invited. Well, since you are here, we can invite you for coronation. Was that the reason he went there? He's very manipulative, so he thought that it will be. That's my secret. Yes, he thought that they will make that decision and invite him. No, they forgot about him. So he slept. He was upset, and then he said that he will come to USA to testify on a court about Carol Jeans. So do you think that Trump will actually testify? It's from Cheryl. And when I closed my eyes, I saw him sleeping and waking up and being angry, talking to himself. And like when he got up, he grabbed a sword. So he will be fighting. He will be still aggressor. He feel like he has so much aggression and he wants to express himself. I can't. They are stopping him. They are telling him, don't go. You already testify and you are not the best witness for yourself. Magician, sleeping on it, yes. He thinks he will do a good job, that he will create a magic about himself and he will reconnect with those guys on the court, that they will find him innocent. Kind of feeling iffy that he might show up. Actually, by tomorrow afternoon, he has the deadline, and he will have a tattoo over his forehead, what he was doing to her. So I have the feeling that he might be getting not the best interest for him, because he is not the best witness. Amiwan, will we find out that Democrat Supreme Court justice took bribes also, or just the GOP ones are the dirty? And I saw a person on the small island, and there is one tree, and that person is sitting on the beach, isolated, and behind the tree, some hand with the back is giving this person something. Quietly, no one can see. It looks like they might get some small amounts, because there is a huge amount of money going that direction. They want to keep the balance. They want to make sure that everything is under control. They will be doing the job that the paying people are asking them. Everything will come out to the surface. So no matter what, we might learn as well if there was some significant amount of money, and that will be really unfair to everyone if the Democrats will be taking as well, because then we can't. It's like when they found that papers on the Biden's property, then you couldn't really. It helps Trump. So, and I said that Judge blackout in my brain. The Supreme Court Judge Thomas will disappear from the court. So I'm waiting. I think they will grab his wife, and that will be like a hostage taking. There will be something coming. Irene Lecure, do you think that Ron DeSantis will be beat by Disney Corporation? Disney wants to move, actually they already moved some headquarters to Texas. So no matter what, they lost already 7,000 jobs. It's only wind. It's only wind. And so this was something that no matter what, DeSantis is going to lose. He is going to be in trouble, and because if they will pull out completely from if Disney will move out from Florida, 80,000 jobs, that's not a small cup of tea. The law, the sun will be shining on Disney, and all the secrets will come out. After the day it's night, after night is day, but there will be some problems for DeSantis as well. And of course Trump will be putting this against DeSantis, which will be hopeful. Raven Picks, do you think that who do you think will be Trump's running mate, a woman or man? And I saw a woman with natural dark hair and slim and very aggressive. So it will be fun if he will choose the Catty Lake. White Cannon. But there is few others because Marjorie Taylor Greene, it's not naturally blonde. She is dying, so she can be as well in that category. A woman, yes, he wants to feel safe for himself. Yes, woman who is a mother. I think all of those three that are on my mind are mothers and wives and so on. So Rick and Sandy will hide. If I'm reading this wrong, sorry, it's not intentional. Do you see the nuclear plant in Ukraine being protected? It's a place for huge disaster and risk. But if they will, it can be by accident. And at the beginning of the war, that was so close that we were afraid for it. But if they will do something like that, it's not that only the Ukrainians will be suffering. It will eventually go to Belarus and other countries as well, so Poland and the part of Russia. So that's not that it will be intentional because it's stupid, but it's like a teenager who will tell mom, "Oh, if you don't let me go, I will for the party. I will freeze my hands." One time, and then you learn the lesson. But hopefully, they learn the lesson in Chernobyl. My girlfriend was living close to the border of Russia and in Poland, and now she's suffering for the last 10 years with leukemia. So the effects are so I will pull 3 cards for that one. To have control, but I don't think so. Rainbow of a family, so they will not go that far. So that control will stop them from doing this so much, because it's not one family, it's a lot of reunited families from all over the different countries. And when the Chernobyl was in 1987, I think, or 87, late, I called my mom to Poland. They didn't know anything about Chernobyl. And I said, don't go outside if you don't have to, and make sure you cover the windows. I was telling her, if you have any aluminum paper, put this in the window. I remember because we didn't know how to protect yourself. This radiation will go through everything. So there was no protection. In a canal, does Elon Musk has a good heart? Does he really wants to do good in the world? I think he wants to make money and give me, I will take you. So that's the movement that I'm seeing. I will make you this for you, and you will. So it's very transactional. In Canada, we have those ads that no Canadian will have to work if we will invest in his coin. It's like Bitcoin, but his coin doesn't make any sense. But that's what he wants to do. I think he's even posting Trudeau, Prime Minister Trudeau, with that idea. Is he a good guy? To me, some ways he's a genius, because he has that kind of brain that he can be very creative and charismatic and genius alike. But human-wise, he don't really know how to navigate his life in human society. He is very strict. And then on top of that, he said he will never date a girl that is over 25. Very mature guy, over 50 few. That was his dream, actually. When he was growing up, he wanted to do a lot of good. He has some worries, and then he's very irresponsible. That's what I was saying. He has some moment that he wants to do good stuff, but it's always related to how to make more money for himself. In Ukraine, he gave those satellites dishes, which was noble. But then after 1 year, he said to American government, pay me for it, $100 million a year. He lost interest when the money was not coming back to him. Grammy Depp. How is Nancy Pelosi doing, and how is her husband's recovery? For him, it's a long-term recovery. I see Nancy as old-fashioned nun. When as a kid I was in the hospitals, the nuns were wearing this white headpieces with stripes. The more stripes, the higher the nurse was at work. So you knew if she didn't have anything on, no black stripe, then she was just new. And then 1, 2, I don't know how many was more. But to me, they were looking very noble. And I think Pelosi will do that. She's old-fashioned. They are married for 52 years. So she is looking after him. she probably has staff to do that, but he is getting more dependent on her. The damage to brain is not easy to recover, especially in this old age, 82. It takes a toll on his health, and it's affecting her. She's not disconnected from how he feels, and he's more like a child to her because it's more like a dad movement. So I think for the rest of her life she will be looking after him. Artist is asking if there will be different discovery in medication for blood clots. She really had in 2014 bad experience. 2 of her lungs had massive blocks of clots, and for 3 weeks she was in a hospital. I'm seeing a big pharma doing that. Means that they are ready to make business, and a lot of people have a problem with very thick blood that is easy to clog. I have opposite problem. I don't have I have bleeding disorder, so for me it's so easy to bleed to death because of if my medication will stop working, and sometimes I have that experience. But more people have immune problems, and I think that will be more profitable for big pharmacies to invent new medications and new, so they will be working on it. Yes, money. For security, they will go different direction. They will be maybe checking between people with bleeding disorder, what kind of genes I have, and people with clogs disorder, what kind of difference between those genes are, and they might start working on genetic discoveries. And now they are pretty ready, so they want to make decision to promote this and make this into beneficial thing for the, because it's all about pharma. Big pharma is all about money. If there is money behind this, they want to do it. My bleeding disorder is very rare, so they don't really spend too much time, and the medication that I'm taking, it's a side effect for other problems, so I can take, even I don't have that problem, I have to take that medication to protect me from bleeding. So okay, Ingeborg, now I will talk about remedies. Ingeborg Bilezarian: freeze grapes and then eat them like a candy. So keep them in the freezer, because you can't eat frozen grapes in big amount. Maybe that will stop me from going after candies. I will try it today. I will do tomorrow groceries and I will buy some grapes. Thank you for that advice. I just love sweet stuff. Nina Canel, she sent me information about cinnamon. So the average cinnamon that we are eating is not as good as the Ceylon with Ceylon cinnamon. The Ceylon Ceylon, from Ceylon, that cinnamon is apparently more sweeter and more tastier and healthier. So to protect you from too much sugar. My sister-in-law is taking those teas. I try it once in a while, so that will be something that might help me with losing some weight. Barbara Gregg. Putting Manuka honey on the shingles is a good thing. Shingles is really painful, so honey has a lot of wonderful remedies, antibiotics. So I will, if you have some problem with shingles, try that one. And another Kim King, another remedies for shingles. Magnesium is invaluable in healing process. You have to take this before bed. My mom was always telling me that magnesium like sugar, so sugar, and she was always eating chocolate with magnesium. So I like her idea a lot. And I'm using for my knee a magnesium oil, and it's absorbed by skin. So, and my husband had the cramps last night, so I was massaging him with the magnesium oil. It helped. And then I asked him I said, I left you some vinegar from mushrooms in vinegar, so he was drinking that one. And 4 pounds and acupuncture, that is the subscriber to my channel, is giving advice if constipation in the dogs is for longer time. Make sure that you take the dog to the vet, but for shorter time, give the dog fish oil or sardines. And Little Bird is giving advice for the dog to take a yogurt. All the advices are good, thank you. Val Arnoe, please continue with prayers for courageous men who stand for freedom and democracy, Alexei Navalny and Jimmy Carter. We didn't hear too much about Jimmy Carter, and he's in home, taken out from hospitium, so his days are, but he's with his family, so hopefully he's doing better than being in hospitium. And we have to pray for Elizabeth Feinstein, because there is no third, only if she will go back to her post, then the country is safe. Otherwise, there will be problems with Republicans not accepting someone new on her position. So even if she will give up, that's not a good option. So we have to pray that she will come. And all the best wishes. Shingles is very bad illness. And please pray for Linda G's Comanche's niece's son, Asa, sorry. He's 1 year old and he's very sick. Linda asked people to pray for him. And please pray for Alberta. We have so many wildfires and the winds, like you could hear it a moment ago, that was not typical for me, that the doors will make some poo-poo. So yes, we have a lot of fires in Alberta. They are not too close to my town, but some places. I talked with one of my friends and she said, they gave me only 2 hours to evacuate. And she was lucky that 3 farms from her, the fire was stopped. But she was in the panic with her husband, with a child, and they have stock of cows. And yes, so please pray for security in Alberta, because, And Paulette Maximum is asking for prayers for her cat, T-U-T, maybe Tutankhamun, like it was from Tutankhamun King. her cat who was 3 nights in the hospital and after surgery. So we are wishing everyone the best wishes. Oh, I took my card. No, I have one. I left everything still on the table for being charged. I just brought these cards. So all the best to everyone who needs any support. Our prayers and blessings to everyone who needs it, and to us as well. We all need some health and positive thinking. I love you guys and see you next time. Tuesday I will be at 11 a.m. on live stream with Cheryl. And you can watch my shorts. So I'm dividing. And Wednesday as well at 11 I have live stream, 11 morning with live stream with Cheryl. See you. Bye-bye.